Hi, my name is Ernest Gilbert with the VI Consortium. We're here today in Frederiksted at Canebrake Apartments, which is owned by the Michaels organization, which also owns Croix, Ville and Ville. A month has passed since Hurricane Maria ravaged this apartment. But a month has passed and the occupants of the apartment haven't heard anything, not from the managers of this facility, nor the Michaels organization. Right now they are displaced, living with their parents in an uncomfortable situation, but not a word from a facility or from a company who is heavily subsidized by the federal government. We're here with Frances Farrell. This is of course your apartment.
Yes.
Were you there while the storm passed?
Oh yeah, I was. We were upstairs. Early when the rain started falling, we started getting water through the north windows. So we had to alternate between my bedroom, my son's bedroom, and downstairs to mop up water, and of course the front door. And before the alarm went off, my daughter told me that my daughter was here with me, and she said, "Mommy, I think the roof is gone." So I told her, "No, I don't think so, because I'm not seeing any water or anything." But while we were coming from up there, there is a manhole in the top, because the drop ceiling, there's a manhole and the cover flew off. So we could see the galvanize up there, and we ran downstairs and we started hearing, the roof, like the roof was, going. And then the rain was falling, so the water started, pouring downstairs, because it's up and down. So the water started coming downstairs, and we're trying to mop up through the back, because water also was coming through the back, but it was of no avail, so we had to go to the bathroom. And all through, for more than 5 hours, we were crunched in the bathroom, with my son sitting on the toilet. I was sitting on a chair with my foot in a bucket. My daughter was sitting on a little chair there with her foot on a cooler, because the whole place, the whole apartment downstairs was flooded.
You guys went into the
bathroom.
The bath. You want to show me where you guys went?
No problem. These I have to put it on the floor because every time we keep on That's where we were.
Wow, so you guys hidden right there.
My son was sitting there on the toilet. I was here. My daughter was between here with
Wow. That must have been a frightening experience, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, I went through hurricanes from 1979. Though I was young, but I have been through hurricanes. But this, I think, is the worst I've ever been through. And I mean, I had my children here with me, so it's like, I was putting them in harm's way, but there was nothing that we could have done. We couldn't run any place, so we had to hunker down someplace. And I think this was a safe place, but I was really frightened because the walls were like shaking and everything.
Wow.
It's like sheetrock.
Yeah.
So it's like, because you could feel, all the wind and everything.
So we're gonna have a look on the upstairs of this building, this apartment. Everything was lost. You could look around, you could take this camera up to the roof, come here to this bedroom here. This is one bedroom, completely ravaged by the storm, everything devastated, mold everywhere. Let's have a look at the master here. Now this, according to the occupants, according to those who's renting this facility, Miss Farrell, this could have been saved. This could have been saved if they'd heard earlier, or if they'd heard anything at all from the Michaels organization or from the managers of this facility. But up to this day, not a word. Let's go to another room here. Again, another room, complete devastation. Look at the roof up here. Everything gone. Let's look at this little closet right here. Mold all over the place. But not a word, not a single word, well over a month after Maria, from the Michaels organization or from the managers of Canebrake Apartments in Frederiksted. Have you heard anything at all from the managers of this facility?
I haven't. The morning of the 20th, we were outside because the whole place was flooded, so I was sweeping that water downstairs. She passed without saying a word. I think she just put her head east and she kept on walking. And up to this day, today's what, the 23rd? I haven't heard a word. Nobody's saying what is happening, what's going to be done, because the little that I have downstairs, every time rain falls, I mean, it's good today because the floor is dry, because we haven't had rain for the past few days. But I was in here on Friday. It's like every time the rain falls, the whole place gets flooded right again. So I have to, every day I have to come in and keep on sweeping water downstairs. I mean, we didn't cause a hurricane. We're not the ones. They're not at fault for that. But my thing is communication. Tell me what's happening. What are they doing? This is what I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
It's been well over a month and you haven't heard a word from the managers.
I haven't heard a word. Nobody has told me anything. They don't know where I am because I had to find shelter. I mean, yes, it's not their fault, but well,
tell
me something.
It's their apartment.
It's their apartment. Tell me something.
And of course, this is heavily subsidized by the federal government, who's paying a good amount of money for this facility here, for this rental apartment. What is the cost of this monthly?
When I last looked at my list, it was the federal government was responsible for over $1,700, but it's like the market rent is 19 something.
So you heard this, over $1,700 being heavily subsidized by the federal government, by HUD, and a month has passed. However, this tenant of Canebrake Apartments hasn't heard a word from the managers. Where is she living? How is she making out? How is she going to get through? Her property has been damaged, or not only damaged, it's no longer usable, completely destroyed. But not a word from the managers as to how they're making out. The consortium is going to try and have a word with the manager. We're not sure if she will speak. The manager of Canebrake, Barbie Gomes, lives in this apartment. We've knocked on the door, we've tried ringing the bell, but no one answered. The office apparently is not open. And so Miss Farrell at this present moment hasn't heard from the owners of Canebrake, nor its managers, 1 month following Hurricane Maria, although her apartment was completely ruined. Another Canebrake apartment, completely ravaged. Another room on the other side, ceiling tiles falling down, sheetrock all over the place, but not a word from the Canebrake Apartments manager, who lives downstairs, who lives right here. One tenant said when she inquired of the manager what is going on, the manager said she doesn't know. You are manager of a facility that has been ravaged by a storm with its tenants in need of help, in need of answers, but nothing from the manager or from the Michaels organization. In this Canebrake apartment, not only does the mother and her sons, but as well as a young child, lives in this apartment. This apartment, which has been definitely affected by the storm. We're talking about mold. We're talking about debris on the upstairs. We're talking about wind blowing through that is affecting a young child that is months old. And so Canebrake needs to answer to this. The managers need to answer, as well as the Michaels organization, which receives heavy subsidies from the federal government, needs to answer to what is going on here in St. Croix and the condition of the tenants who live in Canebrake. While we're about to leave the Canebrake Apartments today, we finally met with its manager, Barbie Gomes. Ms. Gomes told the consortium that the Michaels organization had shipped a trailer to the territory which was on its way and would be providing supplies and other items as toiletries and hygiene products. However, there would be no housing provided for the residents that have been affected. So they would have toiletries, they would have certain supplies, they would have grills, according to Ms. Gomes, but nowhere to lay their heads, even if their apartments. Ms. Gomes also said that the officials of the company would be in the territory today. But as of today, the residents affected, well over a month, have not heard from them.